Namaste. And this is yoga for revelation. What might have been concealed will now reveal. Just as the snows are melting and the spring blossoms are being uncovered and revealing their vitality and life just bursting out of the ground. In the iconic form of Shiva Nataraja, Shiva is dancing in a ring of fire, and he has various symbols that represent his 5 acts. The acts of creation, sustaining, dissolution, concealment, and revelation. And in the concealing act, he's covering his heart with one arm, and the heart is covered and concealed. But that hand is also pointing down to his upturned foot, and that's this reminder to open to grace, to align with the divine energy that's in our heart, and just reveal that innate goodness of our heart. Our essential nature as truth, consciousness, and bliss. And in Sanskrit, that's sort of abbreviated in one long word, Satchitananda. Satchitananda. This sense of eternal being, this and then this idea of revelation that comes right from the earliest scriptures of yoga, the Vedas, the Upanishads. These were considered to be revealed from a divine source. And Quakers also are very attuned to continuing revelation, something even more direct than these scriptures, but that we ourselves are able to attune to that divine energy and reveal our own divine nature through that, just by listening to the heart and uncovering that innate goodness. Now, we'll take some breaths here, settling into the sitting bones and finding balance right over the center of the sitting bones, neither tilting too far forward or collapsing, slumping back too much, but coming right up over the sitting bones, rolling the shoulders up and back, and letting the shoulder blades sink into the back. Now, taking some centering breaths as we find this spiritual place within our heart to reveal and uncover. Inhale, increasing that sense of revelation, inspiration, and receptivity to divine guidance. And exhaling, just letting go of any self-limitations, conditions, or preconceptions. As you inhale, you can imagine the infinite of the divine within your heart, expanding out. And exhaling, sink into the heart. Listen to it. Let your heart reveal how far to take your practice this morning. We will try some arm balance postures, so if that's not your bag, just listen to your heart and Pay attention to what it reveals to you. Talking about Shiva, Nataraja, we'll use his Abaya Mudra. Abaya means fearlessness, and this mudra is like a stop sign with the palm facing forward, reminding us that no matter what happens, everything will work out in the end. In honor of Shiva and Shivaratri, this great celebration that just occurred, I'd like to chant Om Namah Shivaya, honoring that auspiciousness within us. And together 3 times. Inhale. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Right? Now, it's time to start moving in the body. Coming to table pose, please. And begin flexion and extension in the spine with cat and cow. Exhaling to that angry cat back, pressing down through the finger pads and the knees. And inhale to the sway back cow, looking up, lifting the sitting bones, moving gracefully back and forth, pulsing with the breath. Keep the hands strong and the finger pads pressing evenly to the mat as much as the heel of the palms. Now, step right foot forward, bring it to the outside edge of the mat, the right arm inside the knee. Walk the left knee back and begin to stretch through the hips with deep breaths into the sacrum. Exhaling, tighten the pelvic floor, hug into the midline. The more generous your breath, the more open the hips, the more open in the heart, the more you can attune to that divine revelation of who you are and your authentic self. And reveal that authentic self to the world. Now curl the back toes under, revolve and twist to the right, lifting the right arm and look up to that hand. If you choose to, lift the back knee, straighten the back leg, and revolve side angle. And release, and switch with the right leg back, and the left foot forward into that lizard lunge, stretch. Walk the right knee back. And gently breathe into the hips. Waiting for the hips to slowly relax and open, stretch and release. And taking enough time to give the body plenty of space to do that. Just as we have to wait for the snows to melt before we can start seeing the flowers blossom. Now, twisting, open the left arm, and look up to the left hand. Roll the shoulders back, and if you want to go on to the next step, lift the back knee and straighten the back leg. Spread out from fingertip to fingertip, widening, opening the heart, revealing that goodness in your heart to the world. And release. And step back with the left foot. Lift up the knees. Begin to just walk the knees, rock the hips. Swaying, walking, circling, whatever movement is intuitive in your body. And slowly walk the feet forward to the middle of the mat. Widen the feet to the width of the mat. Bend the knees, squat down. Come up to the fingertips. Roll the shoulders back. And on the exhale, fold forward, straighten the legs more. And inhale, squat back down, lift the heels if you want to go deep. Then exhale, straighten the legs, fold forward again. And do that a few more times, taking your time with each breath. Listening to your body. Hearing whatever revelations are inside you. And when you're ready, lift up on an inhale, reach up tall. Fingertips touching in a sphere. And drawing into the midline, compress that sphere. Draw navel to spine. Lengthen the legs so you can lengthen up through the crown of the head. You can root down to rise up. Now release the arms and step up to the front of the mat. Relax the arms. Relax the shoulders, open to the heart. Now, inhale, sweep up with the arms, big back bend. And exhale, slowly fold forward, swan dive down to the ground. Step the right foot back and lower the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, plant the hands down. Step the left foot back to downward dog. Inhale, bring the shoulders forward. Lower the knees. Elbows, chin and chest. Slide forward. Glide up into cobra. And sway a little from side to side. Loosen up the neck and spine. Curl back. And exhale, roll back down. Inhale, push up. Press back to downward dog. Lift the right leg and step the right foot through. Lower the left knee down. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, plant the hands back down. Inhale, step left foot up to meet the right. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Soften the knees. Inhale, sweep up, stand tall. And exhale, lower the arms back to your side. Rest, breathe. Listen to the goodness in your heart. And we'll initiate with the other side. Inhale, the arms sweep up. Exhale, swan dive forward, taking your time and stepping the left foot back. Lower the left knee. And when you're ready, sweep up with the inhale. And lower back down on the exhale. Plant the hands, step the right foot back to downward dog. And inhale, bring the shoulders forward. Exhale, knees down, elbows down, chin and chest slide forward and curl up into cobra. And you can rock and roll your cobra, swaying, dancing, undulating, curling back for a deep back bend, and then rolling back down. Inhale, push up to table and downward dog. Okay. Lift the left leg and step the left foot through. Lower the right knee down. Press down through the legs. Inhale, sweep up with the arms. And exhale, plant the hands down. Step the right foot forward, inhaling. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Soften the knees. Inhale, sweep up with the arms, using the legs to lift you tall. And exhale, hands down. And rest at your side. Now, the warrior salute. Starting with hands and Untitled Mudra at the heart. And being receptive to whatever inspiration, guidance, and revelation your heart offers you. Now step the right foot back for warrior one. Open the fingertips, keeping the thumb and pinkies touching, into Padma Mudra. And we'll lift this Lotus Mudra up, this gift of the lotus. Invoking the divine, invoking this power of revelation. Now bring the hands down to the heart, interlacing the fingers, except the thumbs, which point up. Step back and open the right foot, so you have warrior two. This is Vajra Padma Mudra, for unshakable trust. Draw the navel in, lengthen the tailbone, roll the shoulders back, and then extend the arms, full warrior two. Now sweep the right hand forward to meet the left. Create Vira Mudra with the first fingers together and the other fingers wrapped in, interlaced like a steeple. And then balance on the left leg, warrior three. Here we go. Lift the back leg up. And release, back toes down, back knee down. And now, Abaya Mudra, fearlessness. The right hand facing, palm facing forward. And now draw in through the navel, root down through the legs, and then rise up with that right arm. Lengthen the side body, and gently curl back. And look down, bring the right fingertips to the mat, and pivot that back heel, kickstand to the side. Now the right hand, all five fingertips are touching the earth in Bhumi Sparsha Mudra. And bow the head in reverence. And thanks for this divine revelation and this goodness in our own heart. And inhale, lift the head up. Step the right foot forward to meet the left. And exhale, fold over straight legs. Soften the knees. Inhale, sweep up with the arms. And lengthen the legs so you can really get tall. Now exhale, Anjali Mudra to the heart. Pausing and reflecting on what's been revealed. Now step the left foot back, warrior one. Bend the right knee. And Padma Mudra again. The Lotus Mudra, lift it up as invocation. Invoke this revelatory strength, this openness, and draw the hands down to the heart. Vajra Padma Mudra, fingers interlaced, thumbs point up. And this is for trust, unshakable trust. Vajra is that diamond-like quality that's indestructible. And so create that strength in the hips, in the pelvic floor, and then open the arms for your best warrior two. Now sweep the left hand forward, Vira Mudra, with the first fingers together. Balance on the ball of the back foot as you lift up the arms. Get length in the spine, find balance on the right leg, and ever so gently come into your warrior three with Vira Mudra for courage. Then touch the back toes down, bend the back knee, and you come to low lunge with Abaya Mudra, left hand in Abaya Mudra, right hand on the heart. And begin to intensify muscular energy in the core, drawing the navel in, and the thighs engaged. Press down through the back foot, whether you have the toenails down or the toe is tucked under. Press down with both legs equally so you can lengthen up through the left arm. Integrate the arm bone into the shoulder and the shoulder blade into the back, and then start to arch back. Lift your heart up into this right hand and release. Bring the left fingertips down. Kickstand the back knee and bow the head. This is Bhumi Sparsha Mudra. This is in reverence to the witness. And inhale, lift the head up and step the left foot forward to meet the right. Exhale and fold over straight legs. Inhale, sweep the arms up, lengthen the legs down. And exhale, release. Hands to the side. We're going to come back down to the mat. Inhale, big stretch. Exhale, fold forward. And then step it back to downward facing dog. Grip the mat with the finger pads. Hug the arms into the midline. And on the inhale, come forward to high plank. And on the exhale, lift the navel, press back to downward dog. And we'll do that some more. You come forward to high plank or come all the way into low plank, bending the elbows, and then pushing back to down dog. And continue as you breathe. Exhale to down dog. Inhale to high plank or low plank. Build up some shoulder strength here. And one more, please. You got that. You're great. Lower the knees down and rest in child's pose. You deserve it. And surrender any effort in the back by drawing the navel up and in, and if necessary, even bolstering the forehead with a fist or two so you can completely relax the neck. If your head touches the ground, you can lift the buttocks into rabbit pose. I keep the forearms on the mat so I don't have too much pressure on the neck and spine, but I feel a nice stretch along the back of the neck and shoulders. And sitting back down to the heels. We'll lift up to downward dog. And make our way forward. You can hop by lifting the heels, bending the knees, or stepping forward. Hop or step to the front and fold. Inhale, lift up, standing tall. And exhale, hands to the heart. And now just to practice a little balance and dance like Shiva, and it says Ananda Tandava is dance of bliss. We'll assume this form of Nataraja. And to do that, let's make the Abbaya Mudra with the right hand. And balance on the left foot. Bend, lift the right knee up. Okay, now the left hand, the left arm crosses over the heart while the hand is pointing to the right foot. So left hand points to right foot. Okay, now switch sides. Make Abbaya Mudra with the left hand, balance on the right leg, and right hand points to left foot. And switch back. Left hand points to right foot. Right hand points to left foot. And just see how smoothly you can dance from side to side, making Abbaya Mudra with one hand while pointing to the grace of the upturned foot on the other. All right. Now, bring the hands to the lower back and roll the shoulders up and back. Draw the navel in and press down through the heels. Hug leg muscles to the bone, very firm in the legs. So you ground down through the feet and then start to press the hips forward to counterbalance the head moving back. Tuck the chin slightly so you're not pinching the back of the neck. Keep lengthening down the backs of the legs, the tailbone stretching all the way to your heels. And inhale, lift it back up. And we'll come back down to the mat. Inhale, sweep up with the arms. Exhale, fold forward. Plant the hands and step back to downward dog. Okay, this is going to be fun. Lift the right leg up and open the right hip. Three-legged dog. Now bring the right knee into the chest and pivot on the back foot. And you're going to slide that right leg underneath, out to the side, come into Stargazer. Open the left arm. And just step right foot back again to downward dog. We'll do the other side, where we'll lift the left leg up. Open the left hip. Three-legged dog. And bring the left knee into the chest. Pivot on the back foot. And slide the left leg under. Open the right arm up. And stargazer. Now, just come down to kneeling, table pose, and pivot the legs forward, sitting back down, where you can face forward, balance on the sitting bones, and lift the heels in boat pose. Inhale, lift the heart, roll the shoulders back, and if you can, straighten the legs. If you don't need the hands there for support, stretch the arms parallel. And hold with deep breaths. 2 more, you're almost there. Keep going, you're great. And release the heels down. Okay. Come back to all fours. And downward dog. And we'll do side plank. Bring the shoulders forward and turn the heels to the right. And open the left arm and side plank. You can stagger the feet or you can stack the feet here. Lift up the hips. Reveal your heart. Now step the left foot, the top leg behind you. Press the toes down. That'll help you lift the hips even higher. Begin to arch back and more of a back bend. And release from wild thing. And back down to downward dog. And then turn the heels to the left. Balance on the left arm. And open the right arm, lift it up. Choose if you want to stack the feet. And step the right foot behind, press the ball of the foot down, lift the hips up, and turn it into more of a back bend. The wild thing. And look down, released, downward dog. And come into seated pose. For seated twist, bring the right heel back towards the left hip. Draw the left heel in, and either to the inside of the knee or the outside of the knee. Begin to twist around, looking to the left. Lift up the chest. Listen to your heart. And just take the twist as far as you know is right. When you're comfortable breathing, your heart is still open, you're still receptive and listening to those revelations. And then release in this direction. And switch sides. Bring the left heel back towards the right hip. And the right heel tuck into the inside or the outside of the left knee. Wrap the left arm around the knee. Twist to look over the right shoulder. Inhale, grow taller. And exhale, see what you're inspired to try today. That you can still be in connection with that goodness of your essential nature, the infinite consciousness, truth, and bliss. Now unwind this direction and come up onto our feet into a nice squat, malasana. So I have my feet pretty wide, toes even turned out some, so I can sink down into my heels, bring the elbows inside the knees, begin to open the heart as I deepen the breath. Broaden in the shoulders and the collarbones, and release any tension in the neck. Attune to what you're feeling in your heart. And if your heart is in favor, come into crow pose. Tucking the elbows down on the shins, palms to the floor, lift the heels, balance, getting core strength revved up to the max, lift in the navel, hug the knees into the midline, and see by leaning forward more, you have the balance to lift the toes. And you can try this a couple times. And rest for a minute. And then give it another go. All right. Take a seat. Staff pose, Dandasana. Draw the lower back in, lift the shoulders up and roll them back. And exhale, press down through the backs of the thighs, the backs of the calves. Draw in with the navel. Then pick up the right leg and cradle, drawing the knee back. Rocking it around to the side. And then the shin, right shin in front of the chest. And lifting that shin up close to the chest. Now take that right knee back, the right elbow under. And draw the right knee up onto the back of the right shoulder. Okay? Place the hands down, hug the right knee into the shoulder, lift up through the navel, and levitate that left leg up off the ground. And then just sit down. It's the elephant trunk. And we'll also take that over to the 8-angle pose. If I have enough space, maybe I'll turn to the side here. So, you can do that same lift from the navel, or cross that left ankle over the top of the right toes. Send the legs out to the side, and there's balance, arm balance, called Ashdavrakasana, 8-angle pose. Okay, now release. Ah, tough one. Come back to the center. Back to staff pose. Ground down through the sitting bones, the backs of the legs. And just rest in awareness of your heart and what you're feeling. And begin to open the left hip some by pulling that left knee back and behind, rocking it a few times, back and forth. And just lubricating the ball and socket joint in the hip. And gradually working that left shin up towards the chest. Not rushing, just seeing what's revealed from within. And then starting to get that left elbow under the left knee. So working it out to the side, making a little shelf on the upper arm so that you can press down with that left knee on the shelf of the upper left arm. And then from the core, lift up into that elephant trunk. And if it's cramping or something, just let it down, work it out. Give it another go, or cross that right ankle over the left toes. Ashdavrakasana. Go out to the left side with the legs. Hug the legs towards each other, squeeze them tight. And release down. Good going, good work. Well done. Let's come on to the stomach. For Locust Pose. Start with the arms back, the fingertips down. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. Press down through the hips. When you're ready, lift the hands like you're flying. And lift the toes. Look down slightly so you don't pinch the back of the neck. And a few more deep breaths, lifting a little higher with each inhale and hugging into the core as you exhale. How about one more breath? You got this. And release. Turn the chin to the side, open the heels. Listening to your heart, you can rest there. You can try another variation of locust, where the arms are underneath the hips, and the palms are face down. And pressing the front of the hips down on the back of the forearms, you're going to have a little more leverage to lift the legs higher, but this time just keep the chin on the ground. You can palms press down or half fists and use the knuckles to press down and lift the legs up nice and high. Here we go. Lift up for 4. And slowly lower and release the arms. Chin to the other side. And you can take Crocodile Pose for rest, bringing the forearms in front of the chest, stacking them, and resting your forehead on the back of those arms. The toes turned out to the side edges of the mat. Okay. Now, making this an offering pose of full prostration, elongate the legs and arms in opposite directions. Giving the gratitude of thanks to whatever is being revealed in your heart. Giving thanks for the goodness of your soul. Giving thanks for this physical embodiment that we can use to show our goodness to one another. And now start to lift yourself up. And let's just flip over onto the back for fish pose. Recline on your back. Tuck the palms underneath the buttocks. Then press the elbows into the floor, arch the chest up, and tilt the head back. And the crown of the head doesn't even need to touch the floor as you tuck the shoulder blades in under the back. You can lengthen the throat, maybe rock the chin a little side to side, release any kinks in the neck. And then tuck the chin to the chest as you come out of the pose, roll back down gently. All right, and then draw the knees up and hug both knees into the chest, tightening into a little ball as you exhale, and relaxing back down as you inhale, just pulsing with your breath. Now, release the left leg out and keep hugging the right knee in. Now extend the right leg to the sky. Hold the back of the thigh with the hands. And as you inhale, soften the knee. As you exhale, press out, straighten the leg, flex the ankle. So just little pulsations with your breath as you gradually increase the flexibility in your hamstrings. Maybe over a series of breaths, you can hold higher up the leg. But you want to be able to keep both shoulders on the floor and the head. Okay. Now, release this leg. Stretch the right leg on the mat. Hug the left knee into the chest. And then extend the left leg up to the sky. Hold the back of the thigh. And relax the knee as you inhale, so your head and shoulder blades are flat on the ground. As you exhale, try and extend out through the ball of the left foot and lengthen. And just gracefully breathe, pulsing and over a series of breaths, as those hamstrings start to loosen up, maybe walk your hands up a little higher on the leg, walking towards the ankle. And slowly release. Let that left leg stretch out on the floor. Lift both arms up over the head and symmetrically stretch through the spine, through the toes, even out through the fingertips. Give yourself a full body stretch. Good. Now, open the arms wide in the T position and lift the right knee. You're going to twist the right knee up and over to the left side of the mat. Twisting the spine, look over the right shoulder. And if you want, the left hand can come to that right knee and find a position for the right arm that gives you the optimal stretch through the right side of your body. Nice long breaths. And release the right leg down and hips flat on the floor. And lift the left knee and roll over on the right side, crossing that left knee over to the right side. And looking back over the left shoulder, extend the left arm. And breathe along that left side of the body. Pressing the outer right hip into the floor as you exhale. Really use muscular energy in the core to align with integrity. And release the twist. And roll flat on the back once more. And then open the palms for Savasana. Widen the legs to the width of the mat. And just scan through your body, making the spine straight and the arms and legs balanced. And begin to just settle into the mat, resting in your Savasana. You've earned that pose. This was a tough class, and you did your best. Paid attention to what you were feeling in your heart. And let that revelation reveal your infinite nature of truth, consciousness, and bliss. With every breath you breathe, feel your goodness expand from your heart, spreading out from the heart and down through the torso, through the legs, making the legs feel good, happy. Down through the feet and the toes. This goodness is spreading all through the feet and toes, surrounding them, bathing them in that good feeling. And from your heart, this goodness is spreading out through the shoulders and down through the arms. And it's a wonderful feeling of goodness spreading down the arms and into the hands and fingers. Just tingling with goodness. Now this goodness is spreading up the neck and into the head, lighting up the face with bright goodness. Your infinite nature rising up to the crown of the head. And this crown chakra point is really our connection with the infinite divine nature and consciousness of the universe. And our inspiration and the revelations that come to us. We just practice being open in this crown chakra and letting it flow right into our heart. You are a good person. You have a divine nature that is infinite. Bless you for your spiritual attention and listening to the continuing revelations of your spirit through the heart. May you spread your goodness in the world around you for all those who need it. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shanti. Shanti, Shanti. Now begin to deepen your breath and awaken through your muscles, stretching and moving your body. Curling over onto your right side into a fetal position as you regain your awareness of the space around you. And coming back to easy seated pose as you're ready. Let's bring right hand in Abbaya Mudra, left hand over the heart. And feel in your heart this expanding goodness spreading out. And the right hand reminding you that you are fearless. You can make it through this. And we can show our goodness, our divine nature, friendliness, cheerfulness, compassion, empathy, and forgiveness. Bring this into this world more fully manifested. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your soul beauty. Namaste.